guys, it was bound to happen. The joys of running any business, any contracting business. Yep, it was bound to happen. Um, okay, well, hold on. Stop, back up, rewind. Let me explain what this is about. Okay, yeah, the thumbnail was kind of clickbaitish, but not exactly. Um, Sometimes contracts change, and this part of this channel is to be kind of educational in running a small business, especially when you're just starting out, just getting going, and oh, it hits right, oh, it's like, oh no, I can't believe this, but it happens. Yeah, the thumbnail was kind of clickbaitish. It wasn't, I put that fired because I wanted to get your attention, because I need to share this with you. Um, Actually, yes, one of my contracts did change. Um, and I want to discuss that. I want to talk a little bit about that and everything. And yeah, I'm out here in my shop. I'm actually waiting on the heating and air guy to show up out here. Um, but yeah, I wanted to share some insight with you, to be prepared, because things like this happen. Oh, got a bug flying around. Things like this happen, guys. They happen. I mean, you get changes in your contracts, you get changes in the way things go, you get changes in weather that even affects business. So a lot of things can happen when you're doing any type of small business and everything. See my guard back here, guys? He stands guard over my equipment. Yeah, it's part of my Christmas decorations. He won't fit in my storage unit, so he stays here and stands guard. Um, but things change. Things don't go always as planned. And sometimes it hits at the worst time imaginable. But it happens. That's part of business. There's going to be changes. You're going to face struggles with weather. If you're doing a job that is seasonal and it's based on the weather, if it's pouring down rain for 2 weeks solid, well, if you're cutting grass, guess what? You can't cut grass, so you're going to lose some money. That's part of this industry. That's part of how it works. And the best thing you can do is just to work hard to try to, get the clientele that you need so that you can put back funds to cover that. Now, when you're just starting out like I am, that's difficult, because, you're slow go, you're slow moving, you're a solo worker. You don't have a crew, you're doing all this by yourself. And in my particular situation, all of my followers know that I am the full-time sole caretaker of my disabled mother, so I can't go out and get 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 jobs a day, because I have to be back and forth to the house. So I have to limit how many jobs I can do a day so that I can have that time frame to get back and forth to the house. But you can work towards, if you're doing a solo and you don't have the limitations that I have, you can most definitely focus on trying to find enough clientele to be able to put back some funds, because it's going to happen, guys. You're going to have weather that's going to put you down. You're going to have changes in contracts. You're going to have total cancellations, all of the above. The change that I had to happen, actually, I have two major jobs that I do right now. I have the one that we did, that was the last video, not the video of me here in the yard, but the last video on a client. The yard that's got all of the dips and crevices and the valleys and potholes and all of that. But it was the 1 acre lot. My largest contract made a change to the contract. We've decided, and guys, I get it. I have no ill feelings towards them because the economy is rough on everybody, and $100 or $200 or $300, depending on the amount of work that you're doing on a job. And when you're looking at an acre of land, two homes on the land, and a lot of trimming, a lot of blow cutting, a lot of things to go around, those rates can get up there on a monthly rate. So I get it. The economy is rough right now, so I have no ill will towards that family at all. And I'm still servicing their yard. We just made some changes. They're going to go back to cutting the yard itself, and I'm going to take care of the trimming for them because the trimming is a good bit. And so I'm going to continue to take care of that for them, and they're going to do the main cutting. So, like I said, no ill will towards them. The economy's rough. I absolutely get it and understand. Um, but that's part of doing this type of work, guys. It can be rough at times, and you can run into some times like this to where you lose, certain things. So, but yeah, uh, more in just a moment. I got to take a quick pause here. Be just a couple of seconds for you because the AC guy just pulled up. A couple of seconds for you, few moments for me. And welcome back. Yeah, that was just a couple of seconds for you guys, but quite a while for me. Got the air conditioner up and running, and thankfully it wasn't that bad. So that was a plus. It helped out a good bit. And everything started shaking the camera. It helped out a good bit. The gentleman that came out was absolutely great. Um, if you ever need any AC repair and you're around the West Georgia area, hit me up and I'll get you in contact with a great person. But yeah, he did a great job and got us up and running, got us cooling again, and yeah, got the house back down to a comfortable temperature. So, but anyway, back to the story, or back to the information. Let's put it that way. Yeah, things happen in this industry, and when you're starting out, it can be a pretty hard blow. When you're just starting and you've only got maybe 2, 3 yards that you're doing, and then you get a sudden blow. The client decides they want to go a different route. They want to change the plan. They want to go with a smaller plan, or they may decide that, hey, we just can't afford to do this at all. And again, this is absolutely nothing to do with the client. Um, I hold no ill will towards them. I'm still servicing their yard. We just changed the plan. I'm now just going to be doing the trimming. And guys, I get it. The economy is bad right now, and I can understand that if it can be done yourself, do it. Save some money. So I completely understand that. So, but yeah, that's part of this industry. That's part of doing a small business setup like this. When you're just getting started, you're gonna have your ups and your downs, but you can't let it stop you. I won't lie. When I first read the text this morning, it was. I mean, he texted me yesterday, but for some reason, my phone is not getting me notifications of text messages. But anyway, when I opened the text this morning and read it, I'm not gonna lie. It was a hard hit, and when you're just starting out, sometimes you just say, "Oh, why even bother? Why do I even want to try?" But you can't do that. You can't give up. You can't, say, "Oh, this was going good. I was doing really good with this particular thing, and now I'm taking a cut. I'm just going to give up. I'm going to quit." And you can't do that. You've got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward. You take the good, the bad. You take the losses. You take the gains, and you put it all together and make it work. And like I say, I'm still serving them, still servicing their yard, just in a different format and everything. Probably won't be filming that location because it's just trimming and not a whole lot to put into it anymore. But hey, no ill will towards that family. They are a great family, very friendly, great family. I wish them all the best, and I will continue to service them, service their yard, and take care of it and trimming. Trimming, blowing, whatever needs to be done. Any work that they need to be done, I'll work with them. I have no ill will towards them. But this is part of the industry. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your good times, your bad times, your good days, your bad days. You're going to have weather delays that's going to hurt you because you're going to have, I mean, there's going to be, depending on your location, you might have dry spells to where the grass just isn't growing. And, you know, you might have to make the ultimate decision to go to your customer and say, look, this grass really isn't growing, and you do the right thing as the service provider, and say there's no reason for me to cut your yard twice this month. It's just not growing. We're in a drought, and the grass isn't growing, and there's no reason for you to pay me to come over and cut a half an inch off of your yard. Now, if they're in an HOA and the HOA has strict guidelines that it must be maintained at a certain height at all times, that's different. But your typical homeowner is probably not going to want to pay a service provider to come out and maintain their yard when it's not growing. I mean, I have seen times here that the grass just doesn't grow because we're not getting any rain. Um, and unless they're taking the time to go out there and water their yard and all of that, they're probably going to be facing the same thing. So you're going to have days that you can't cut because there's no grass to cut. You're going to have days that you can't cut because it's too wet to cut. And that's part of this industry, and that's what you have to look for. That's what you have to expect. And in doing all of that, you work towards finding a way to balance out all of that, and that's where finding enough clientele to be able to put back for a rainy day. No pun intended. Um, Put back for a rainy day, for a rainy day, or for a droughty time, a drought period, or for a period of where something changes in your contracts. So you want to make those preparations. You want to do that and get that going. So, but anyway, I wanted to come on and use um, this particular thing to kind of educate and talk to you. If you are looking at starting a small business, take it from someone who is starting a small business. You're going to run into some hard times. You're going to run into some difficult times. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it deter you. Don't let it get you down. Keep going, keep moving, and keep growing. All right, until next time, guys. For right now, that grass is growing. I got to get to mowing. Oh, yeah.